republished truth in a new garb, but the new garb has proved to be the shroud of truth, rather than its authentic, beautiful garments as known to the ancient prophets. Mr. Pink clearly felt called to the task of smiting the ungodliness of the age with the rod of God's anger. With this object he undertakes the exposition of Elijah's ministry, applying it to the contemporary situation. He has a message for his own nation, and also for the people of God. He shows that the ancient challenge, "Where is the Lord God of Elijah?" is no mere rhetorical question. Where indeed? Have we lost our faith in him? Has effectual fervent prayer no place in our hearts? Can we not learn from the life of a man subject to like passions as we are? If we possess the wisdom which is from above, we shall say with Josiah Conder, "Lord, with this grace our hearts inspire, answer our sacrifice with fire, and by thy mighty acts declare, Thou art the God who heareth prayer." If such aspirations are ours, the life of Elijah will fan the sacred flame. If we lack them, may the Lord use the work to bring conviction to our sluggish spirits, and to convince us that the test of Carmel is still completely valid. The God that answers by fire, let him be God. S. M. Houghton, January 1963. Chapter 1. Elijah's Dramatic Appearance. Elijah appeared on the stage of public action during one of the darkest hours of Israel's sad history. He is introduced to us at the beginning of 1 Kings chapter 17, and we have but to read through the previous chapters to discover what a deplorable state God's people were then in. Israel had grievously and flagrantly departed from Jehovah, and that which directly opposed him had been publicly set up. Never before had the favored nation sunk so low. 58 years had passed since the kingdom had been rent in twain following the death of Solomon. During that brief period, no less than 7 kings had reigned over the 10 tribes, and all of them, without exception, were wicked men. Painful indeed is it to trace their sad course, and still more tragic to behold how there has been a repetition of the same in the history of Christendom. The first of those 7 kings was Jeroboam. Concerning him we read that he made 2 calves of gold, and said unto the people, "It is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he set the one in Bethel, and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin, for the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan. And he made an house of high places, and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah, and he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made." 1 Kings chapter 12, verses 28 through 32. Let it be duly and carefully noted that the apostasy began with the corrupting of the priesthood, by installing into the divine service men who were never called and equipped by God. Of the next king, Nadab, it is said, "And he did evil in the sight of the Lord, and walked in the way of his father, and in his sin, wherewith he made Israel to sin." 1 Kings chapter 15, verse 26. He was succeeded on the throne by the very man who murdered him, Baasha. 1 Kings chapter 15, verse 27. Next came Elah, a drunkard, who in turn was a murderer. 1 Kings chapter 16, verses 8 and 9. His successor Zimri was guilty of treason. 1 Kings chapter 16, verse 20. He was followed by a military adventurer of the name of Omri, and of him we are told, "But Omri wrought evil in the eyes of the Lord, and did worse than all that were before him. For he walked in all the way of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, and in his sin wherewith he made Israel to sin, to provoke the Lord God of Israel to anger with their vanities." 1 Kings chapter 16, verses 25 and 26. The evil cycle was completed by Omri's son, for he was even more vile than those who had preceded him. And Ahab the son of Omri did evil in the sight of the Lord above all that were before him. And it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel the daughter of Ethbaal.